I lied to you. When I told you I wanted to do more pull ups for the sake of doing more pull ups, I realized I was lying. I've always had a small, frail looking back. I had a problem called wing scapula where the bones on my back stuck out from under my skin and you could see it through a shirt, having a stronger, thicker back to cover this issue. Deep down, I didn't care how many I could do, but what I wanted was more muscle for other people. Now, to get to this point, I had to learn how to do more pull ups, but the goal was never simply getting more reps in. It was purely as getting as big and muscular of a back as possible. On the outside, I wanted to do more pull ups to become better at calisthenics, but on the inside, this would allow me to gain recognition as the best in my grade at lifting. And I think you want something similar. The wall I faced was that I heard people online saying just to do more pull ups, more pull ups, more pull ups, but I couldn't even do more than three in a set, so my workouts were literally 15 sets of like two pull ups, which took ages to do. But then I learned the following five tips. I eventually created the plan to implement these tips. However, I faced some conflict. The plan took way too long to do. What I achieved in 3 years, you could do in less than one by following what I've learned. Eventually, I achieved my goal of 26 pull ups, but more importantly, of getting a more muscular back, where my shirts are either too tight or too long, which is a good problem to have. It's easy to maintain your strength once you have it. Since posting my original video on pull ups 3 months ago, I've managed to maintain my reps by literally just doing one set of pull ups 4 to 5 times a week. But the main struggle is getting to that point, which I'll show you now. Point number one is greasing the groove. I can't underestimate how important this is. This is where you do five sub-maximal sets of pull-ups, so less than what your max in a set is. And then I added a rep every day to one set. I recommend that you do half of your maximum reps for each set and do at least 5 sets a day. Like for example, right now, if my max is 26 or 25, I'll do 5 sets of 12 to 13 pull-ups throughout the day to progress. And then the next day, let's say for the first day I'm doing 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. The next day I'll do 13, 12, 12, 12, 12, and then add one rep to one set. So this is what your sets would look like below if your max is 6 reps. This makes progress so easy you literally can't fail. And if it's too easy, just increase 2 of your sets instead of 1. And in 2021, this got me my first bit of progress. This got me from 3 to 15 pull-ups, which is already a great number. Point number two is I would have done less weighted pull-ups and more bodyweight pull-ups. Online, you probably see everyone saying if you want to get more pull-ups, get a stronger back. But that's not the same thing. The thing you're trying to train with getting more pull-ups is endurance once you're past, let's say 15 reps. You're purely training for endurance. You wouldn't train getting a high number of reps on push-ups just by doing weighted push-ups. You have to train like 30, 40, 50 plus reps of push-ups to increase your endurance. And we follow the same logic for pull-ups. In 2022, I increased my weighted pull-up from 10 kilos to 22.5 kilos for I think a set of 8. But despite that, my pull-ups remained stagnant at 18. I should have made my priorities clear and realized that if I wanted to do more pull-ups, I should have simply just done more normal, regular bodyweight pull-ups. Weighted pull-ups are great for strength and got me the ability to do harder variations like archer pull-ups and even got me close to doing a one-arm pull-up, which I'm trying to work on now. But it didn't help me in getting my reps up. The third thing I would do is go on a very slow cut. In 2020, from January to July, I went on a massive bulk, gaining around 12 kilos of mostly fat, a little bit of muscle, but let's not lie, it was mostly fat. This obviously made me worse at pull-ups. I tried a set in July and I could only do around 11 reps, which was shocking to me because I lost a lot of progress. To solve this, I went on a slow cut, losing around a kilo a month for 3 months. I was left with a good amount of new muscle for my bulk, so I looked better at the end of the cut and I could do more reps of all my bodyweight exercises, eventually getting to 18 without even training my pull-ups or my back too much. The fourth thing I would do is training specific portions of the movement. Whatever portion of the movement you struggle with, it could be the bottom of the pull-up when you're engaging your scapulars. It could be the top when you're trying to get your chin over the bar. Whatever portion of the movement you struggle with, train that. If you struggle at the bottom of the rep like I did, while I'm trying to engage my scapulars, try some weighted scapular pulls or active hangs. I'm trying to work on my scapular pull right now to get the bottom portion faster. The fifth tip I would give is something that I started recently. It's a very high protein diet. This is related to what I said before, but I would eat a very high protein diet with protein at every single meal. I would have eggs for breakfast, big cuts of chicken, beef, and beans for lunch and dinner, and then a massive bowl of Greek yogurt as dessert. I would reach and I would exceed 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, that metric you see all the time. And this would help me in both satiety, in feeling full, and the actual muscle building and maintaining while I'm in a deficit. So that's pretty much it. Getting to more pull ups for me honestly wasn't that hard, right? When I just did more pull ups with lighter body weight, it helped me a lot. And realize, make your goals clear. Realize, do you want to do more pull ups or do you want a thicker, stronger back like I did? Make your priorities clear and train for them accordingly. Thanks for watching and subscribe.